Imagine you just dropped your ice cream on the sidewalk. You're sad. Now imagine a major historical tragedy. You're also sad. But clearly, those two feelings have a different weight. The words we use to describe them need to reflect that difference. A common mistake is assuming that a better vocabulary means using the longest, most complicated word you can find in a thesaurus. But if you grab a massive word to describe a tiny problem, the writing feels awkward. It's like wearing a formal suit to the gym. It just doesn't fit the occasion. Strong writing is about precision. It means finding the exact shade of feeling that matches the situation you are describing. Let's build an intensity scale using 5 synonyms for sad. Downhearted and dejected describe mild, temporary disappointment, placing them at the lighter end of the scale. Compare that to devastated, defined as completely overwhelmed. That specific language pushes it to the far edge of the scale. By looking at the specific language used in these definitions, we can create a reliable map for our vocabulary, rather than just guessing based on how a word sounds. Once you have a scale, you have to apply a principle called proportionality. This is the idea that the intensity of your word must match the intensity of the event. If you say you were devastated because you missed the bus, you create a mismatch. Because the word is so much bigger than the event, the sentence ends up sounding accidentally funny rather than serious. Let's test this. Look at this sentence. The entire community was blank when they heard about the earthquake. We have 3 choices for that blank: downhearted, dejected, or devastated. A major earthquake is a high-intensity tragedy. Downhearted and dejected are too weak to describe a natural disaster. Only devastated has the necessary weight to fit the scale of this situation. Using proportional language ensures that your writing carries the right amount of gravity for your subject. Now, let's try building a scale from scratch using a different set of words. Here are 5 sentences. The target words are downcast, grief-stricken, wistful, crushed, and glum. Take a moment to read the definitions for each one. Look specifically for words that indicate how strong or how mild the sadness is. Pause the video here. Evaluate the definitions and rank the sentences from 1 to 5, starting with the mildest feeling. Breaking down unfamiliar words this way is how you move from just knowing a word to actually being able to use it accurately. Here is the order: E, glum; A, downcast; C, wistful; D, crushed; and B, grief-stricken. Notice the ends. Glum is mildly low, while grief-stricken is overwhelmed by sorrow. Middle words like downcast and wistful are so close they might even shift contexts. The goal isn't to find a perfect, unchangeable order, but to be able to explain your choice using the language of the definition. Even the most impressive vocabulary is ineffective if it doesn't suit the context of your writing. Before selecting a word, run it through 2 checks. Do you know its specific definition, and does it match the size of the situation? In our next lesson, we'll move beyond individual words and look at how different sentence structures can change the impact of your story. Mastering word intensity gives you total control over the tone of your work. See you in the next lesson.